It's Friday, December 3rd,
Friday, December 3rd.
2021, and I'm here with Royce Huff, and we're going to talk a little bit about the bank's 120th birthday and why it's special and his thoughts on that. So my first question is, how long have you banked at Libertyville?
Well, I've been with them since 1985, 86.
Okay.
And I got started with them through my relationship with your dad.
Okay.
And if I had looked, just to tell you about the bank over all the years, it's about relationships. I mean, what I've had with you and Jill and Laura and your dad and your mom, it's all about a good relationship.
Mm-hmm.
And I was convinced to leave the other bank, well, because of my relationship with Bob.
How did you meet Bob?
Well, going over to see Dave Miller that was in the basement of the bank.
Yes.
And having coffee with him.
Okay.
And then he would always come over and stop at my place, or I'd go over there and I'd stick my head upstairs and he says, come on in, and do that. But I got, Bob had a guy that was defaulted on a car. It was a BMW, little 318, and Chad needed a car, and this guy they couldn't catch him. And I knew the guy, and I knew where he hung out was. This is a cute little BMW. And I said, Bob, I'll make you a deal. If I get that car for you, okay, will you let me have it for what he's defaulted on it, what you got against it? He said, you get the car and you got it.
Is there any one particular or special memory? Is there any one or few that really stick out in your mind, or about him, about Dad, and or the bank? Or
a few thoughts about Dad and the bank. His word was his bond. Whatever he told you was his bond. He stuck to it in everything. You know what I mean?
Yep. I do.
And it was the bond that the guy was your friend. He was just my best friend. Yeah. And I had the most trust for him. It went both ways. And that's the way Bob did business with people. And gee, I'd bring people in there and set up new accounts and everything and said, introduce him to him, this is who you want to do business with, and this sort of thing. And it worked out pretty well. I mean,
yeah.
It worked out real well.
Which leads me to another good question for you. Ideas to continue our story. So how do we keep, the bank continues to grow. We have 6 locations now. You hear of, small community banks that grow and get bigger, and then all of a sudden they maybe lose the personal touch, or they don't have. How do we continue to stay at the top of our game?
See, nobody cares how much you know till they know how much you care. Just remember that.
Say it again.
Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. And that's what I would send with you, is you've got to go out in the banking business and do like Bob did and wrap your arms around them. Do like I did in my business. But I put my arms around them. It required a lot more of you, okay? And I worked all the time, but I love my work. I love people. I really do love people. Yeah. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But nobody cares how much you know till they know how much you care. So you got to let people know, and to do that, you got to bump up against them. You got to do like Bob and I used to do, get in the truck, or he even did before I did, go out and stop in and say hi.
Okay, I got it.
You got that?
I got it.
Serious.